like have to air flight horses out of.
They did. They're like, okay, I'll up
They
and
like
away.
put harnesses under, and he's just like,
Well, James Gunn just hoisted David Corenswet up like he's a baby.
imagine like the interview process. He does his whole line reading, and they're like, okay, we have another facet, and they just fucking fling him around.
It's like Pink at a concert.
And they're just like,
all right, if you survive, you get the role.
hello, everyone.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome back to the Let Me Know podcast. I'm Sam.
I'm Caroline. We definitely did not just film the whole episode and then realize that we yet again did not do the introduction.
Start always.
This was the first thing that we did was to tell you what podcast it is and who we are.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mrs. Rachel again, but red.
But red.
I thought about that today when I got dressed and I put on my overalls, which I've been wearing a lot lately. By the way, overalls have been
What does this mean? Are you okay?
It's kind of like just comfy time,
Okay.
but I feel like it's quirked up.
You are giving cool preschool teacher. Like really cool preschool teacher. With your tats and your overalls and your hair up.
Hey kids, today we're going to be doing methamphetamines.
Hey kids, today we're going to teach you how to cook crack cocaine.
There's 3 lines of cocaine in the bathroom. First one to get it gets recess.
My favorite fun fact to drop on people is that I was a substitute teacher.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, like you didn't know this?
No.
You didn't know this?
You have like lore that's just like you and John Choi are 2 people that I know who will just pull out. Like one time John was like, yeah, one time I like used to live in a barn in Japan and I like was a farmer.
Yeah. He's had a very nomadic lifestyle.
He lies. I would. Maybe I should.
No.
No, you're right. He doesn't.
No, John is, because I've seen like crazy things happen to him too.
Yeah, he and me both, I think, are kind of the like somebody's writing the script.
Someone's writing the script.
The
Yeah.
other thing with him too is because he's a voice actor, he has to live his life in like secrecy. So he'll be working on these projects and I'll be like, what have you been up to? And he's like, working on a project. And I'll be like, oh, what do you got? And he's like, can't say anything.
Yeah.
NDAs.
And then like Squid Game will come out.
And then he just goes back into the shadows. And and then he'll be like, hey,
Like,
I'm one of the
"Hey,
characters
I'm
in
one of the
Squid
characters in
Games.
Squid Game.
So
I watched the third season. Should we bring back What Are We Watching?
Sure.
Something I've tried to make happen
Actually,
every week.
we should. Let's do it right now because
Okay. Because I saw 2 big things.
Yeah, you have been cooking. I actually was cooking, and
You cooked.
I didn't really talk about it last episode, and I won't talk about it for a long time. But yes, tell me what do you got?
Okay, so I watched the 3rd season of Squid Game.
No,
Dude.
first of all, the whole context with Squid Game, the fact that there is a 3rd one, is funny.
It's all a setup for the American Squid Game.
Really?
And it was
Isn't that
so
just
funny
Mr.
because
Beast?
at the end, okay, mute this if you don't want spoilers, but honestly, it fucking sucks. At the end of the season, the guy who's the front man in
Mr. Squid.
Mr. Squid, he goes to America, okay? He's in his, in the Escalade, and he sees the game where they, I don't know what it's called. It's a Korean game though, like where you have to throw the little square onto the other square and flip it. That's how. Did you watch Squid Game season 1?
I watched the half of the first season.
Well, that's how they like get people into the game. If you win, remember, and then if you lose,
Ganji
they slap
dice?
you in the face. Yes,
Is it dice?
Yeah. But they throw it, and then you have to flip the other person's square.
Okay.
So he's like in San Francisco or something. No, sorry, he's in Los Angeles. And he's passing this alley, and you see the back of this blonde woman's head, and they're playing the game, which first of all is bizarre because it's not an American game, but they're doing it in America. Okay.
Yeah.
So the person then turns around, and it's Kate Blanchett.
This is like when you saw
It's
Brie
Lydia
Larson in a
Tarr.
Best Buy.
Lydia Tarr has come back from her exile in Thailand and is now the new frontman. So it's basically a setup for David Fincher's American version of Squid Games.
And they are doing that,
which
for
they're
sure.
starting to film this fall.
Okay.
Like, I think they're already
sure.
underway.
Sure.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
so
I don't
for a
have any
game,
interest in it.
that like, or for a show that is really a takedown of capitalism, you know,
moving to America is a crazy
but also
choice.
just becoming this massive franchise where you have reality shows. You've got Mr. Beast doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, okay, we're doing the thing
that we explicitly are
this
trying
show
to talk
is like
about.
all about kind of eschewing. So anyway, it just was really frustrating.
Did you watch
so
all of it?
frustrating.
You watched all of it.
I watched all of it.
You are somebody that will hate watch something too. Like, I lose interest.
well,
and I'm like,
because
nah.
here's my thing. When something is also like as big of a part of pop culture as Squid Games is,
Sure.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch it so I can formulate an opinion on it,
Yeah, I'm gonna
and I'm
see it
not
through.
just gonna go off of like, because I had already seen people shitting on the third season,
Right.
but I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this and then I'll decide for myself. And but Superman,
Oh, yeah.
look up.
I've heard good things.
It's a bird.
which
It's
is
a
good.
plane.
Superman.
Superman.
I always imagine Iron Giant going, Superman.
Superman.
And then I cried. Today I cried in my car listening to Defying Gravity. I'm back on that again. Like I was.
So if you care to find me,
It was watching.
look to the western sky.
It was last night watching Vanillamace go.
Yeah, that performance really moved you.
It moved me.
Vanilla and Cutie is.
Can I tell you? I'm not.
Alpha.
Listen, don't tell anybody watching this. I did tear up because she sounded beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but I was imagining Cynthia Erivo.
Wait, you were watching their performance and you were imagining Cynthia Erivo performing it,
I
and then
just,
tearing up
like,
to the imaginary Cynthia Erivo.
It's so stupid, but like
performance.
Defying Gravity by Cynthia Erivo and also Ariana Grande hits me in a way that makes me feel like I wish it didn't. I wish it didn't. I wish it was anything else, but it's that. And so when I was watching, it just took me back. It took me back to like the first time I watched it. I was like, this is beautiful. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Forget about Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth.
No, fuck them.
Yeah, no, fuck them.
Superman
was rad. It was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into superhero stuff unless it's like really diabolical. I love Invincible.
Marvel.
Loved Boys. I kind of started to get over it like the last season. But otherwise, like not into Marvel. Loved Dark Knight. Like I usually prefer stuff that's dark.
I was gonna say Dark Knight. I feel like is what made a lot of people who didn't like superhero stuff think they might.
Yeah.
And then Marvel came out, and for me personally, like Marvel can be a really fun. Marvel's like fast food to me. Like if I watch it, I'm not gonna have a bad time, and like it's gonna be kind of like a cheap thrill. But my heart doesn't get into it.
No, for me, a lot of times with Marvel films too, the stakes just don't really feel real. They feel artificial, and I'm like, okay. Especially Marvel movies like Thor. What even is that?
No, couldn't tell you.
Anyway, so Will, as we had him on our podcast last week, shout out. He is a DC super fanboy and has been waiting feverishly,
Salivating.
And so this is funny. We were supposed to go see Superman. Hassan Piker took the day off streaming, and he texts Will and says, let's have a friendship day and go see Superman.
Wow.
And this was Saturday morning, and Will was telling me this. He goes, but I told him I'm going to go see it with Caroline, that we already had planned. And I went, it's okay. If you want to go see it with Hassan, that's fine.
Boy date.
And he was like, no. And he leaves, and I get a text 5 minutes later, and he goes, is it really okay if I go see it with Hassan?
He thought you were like upset. You were like, no, it's fine.
I think
I hope you have a great time with
because
Hassan.
when
I hope he
said to him,
holds your hand.
he kind of made it sound like he was like, no, not even listening to me being like,
Yeah.
no, you can go see it. And then he sends me a text to be like, you're not going to be upset if I go see it?
Like,
I
no.
said, I am in writing giving you permission to go watch Superman at 1 p.m. with Hassan. They went and saw it. Fire alarm got pulled halfway through, FYI. Fake fire alarm.
Classic.
45-minute delay. The reason I'm mentioning this is because he saw it, loved it. I said, oh, I'd like to go see it. Goes, I'll go see it with you.
Oh.
So we went later that night. I got tickets.
Same day. Oh, I didn't even realize this was the same day.
Did I say super fanboy? He's a super fanboy.
Yeah, turns out.
And he cried 6 times when he watched Superman the first time, and then also the second time.
He needed this.
I keep kind of glancing over. Just
tears.
So in our showing, the sound went out for 15 minutes.
That day was just not
So
super.
he was like, well, I have to go see it again.
Oh, so is he going to go for the 3 times? I'm going to be like, hey, Will, I haven't seen Superman yet. And he's going to be like.
He would go, if you were like, oh, really want to see Superman, but he'd be like, let's go.
Yeah.
I'll go see it.
And then the sprinklers will go off.
And then something will happen.
You know what? He'll sit there drenched in water, be like, no, fuck you. I'm going to finish this.
It also, the sound went out at like one of the pivotal.
No.
Yeah. In the, like the big action scene, just boom, sound goes out. But anyway, despite that little mishap, it was great. Like I really did appreciate the message of maybe kindness is punk rock. Oh. Because like he has this scene with Lois Lane where they had kind of they got in an argument and they're sitting there and kind of just talking. She's like talking about how different they are. And she's like, when I was a kid, like I was all punk rock and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, he lists off some like punk artists that he listened to as a kid. He's like, I'm kind of punk rock. And she looks at him, like does one of those. And then he says, well, maybe she goes, you're so trusting of people. Like her kind of problem with him is she's like, you trust everybody.
Yeah.
You put too much faith in people. And I guess her whole thing is that she doesn't, right? Like she's cynical. And that's when he says, well, maybe my faith in humanity, maybe my kindness is like what's actually punk rock. And it was a sweet moment.
Yeah.
And I think, look, it's a superhero movie, okay?
Yeah.
So for as much political commentary as there is or as people read into, and I will say there definitely is commentary in the film, and I think it's well done. And I do think you can absolutely apply it to like what's happening in politics now. But it's also a superhero movie, right? It's a big studio tentpole entertainment 2-hour, Superman movie. And I think it was like for me as not a super fan, but as someone who like doesn't just want to have my brain completely turn off, I checked the boxes. It did.
What's Lois Lane's deal?
Like, what's her deal?
Like, you know how like Mary Jane has her like the dynamic. Like, I don't know anything about her other than she has long,
she's a
dark
reporter.
hair.
She's a reporter at the Daily Prophet. Nope, is that
that's Harry Potter?
Wait, is it?
Which, by the way, they released a screenshot.
I know, and can I just say, I hope those children are protected.
I also said the same thing because I was like, I didn't even read the comments, but I was like, bullying is on its way. It's 7 to 10 business days, which sucks.
Too is, okay, look, I totally understand the reasons for not supporting Harry Potter.
Absolutely.
I'm right there. But it's one of those where it's like, can we please not do the thing that the internet does where
Don't
you're
bully the
upset
kids.
about something that you're valid to be upset about?
Yeah.
But then you like do death threats.
Yeah, it's like there's too many like steps removed.
We just go to death threats now
Yeah.
and like harassment.
Yeah, it's like
towards people, like children, anyone.
Yeah, it's like
so. Yeah, and when the Hermione casting was announced,
right?
Pop Crave, okay, little bitches. They posted,
this one's for you, Pop Crave. Fuck you.
Chapel was right when she called out Pop
Yeah.
Crave when she's like, it's time for Pop Crave to end.
Yeah.
Because Pop Crave posted a photo of the actress who is mixed race, I think. She's like black, half black, or I can't remember exactly, but posted a photo of her next to Emma Watson with like we're just showing like, here's the new Hermione versus the old. And it's like, I know exactly what you're doing. And of course, there were so many gross racist comments towards this child.
Yeah, yeah.
But we know that the internet has no...
God forbid.
There's no red line. So anyway, I saw that too, and I was just like...
Yeah.
protect these children. Anyway, it's the Daily Bugle, not
Perfect.
the Daily Prophet.
Okay, perfect.
It's the Daily Bugle. No, that's Spider-Man.
God damn
God
it.
damn it. What is it? Hold on.
Get your fucking newspapers straight.
What is the news org in Superman? This is so bad. Daily Planet.
I Googled Superman newspaper and the first result was popcorn bucket.
So anyway, Lois, she's a reporter at the Daily Planet.
I see the
So is Clark Kent.
Oh, really?
Superman.
Oh, he's Superman. Is he a reporter?
He's a reporter. That's his day job. But the movie, James Gunn is very smart in that it's not an origin story, right? We've had so many origin stories. And I think he had even said in an interview where he was like, the 3 things that should never be done again: Spider-Man's origin, Batman's parents being killed, and Superman's origin.
But Smallville was so good though.
Yeah, but the thing is that we've just had so many of the origin stories.
Yeah.
So he drops us in 3 years after Superman has revealed himself to the world. So Superman has been Superman for 3 years.
Yeah, quick question, which like I guess I should ask this last week. Like, did Superman come here as a baby? Like, did the
he
Krypton
is sent,
stork?
Okay, remember Krypton?
Yeah,
Explodes or whatever.
Sure.
It's gone.
Okay.
Dunzo. Superman's parents sent him in like a little rocket ship when he's a baby, and they send him to Earth.
you've heard of Voyager.
Yeah.
Okay, so we sent these satellites out basically with like, hey, here's an array of human things, and we put like Elvis Presley, and we put like noises of dolphins and whales, and literally, which is crazy because like that's like one of the more alien noises on Earth.
You're like, oh, they're
and
just
dolphins
like us.
are disturbing creatures. But anyways, we sent that out, and we were just like, hey, good luck. Like maybe somebody will find this one day and be like, oh, where did this come from? So did they do that where they were like, we're just gonna send our baby off
along with some noises from
dolphin
Krypton.
noises?
Yeah. No, they specifically sent the baby to Earth.
Okay.
So a couple of, mere mortals, just some farmers, find him in the cornfield. And that's Ma and Pa Kent. Ma and Pa Kent.
Oh, they are called Ma and Pa.
Oh, really?
Yes. I just Googled Superman Ma and Pa Kent and came up.
Ma and Pa. And they name him Clark, and they raise him.
Oh.
And I think that was a smart thing James Gunn did too, of picking 2 like unknown actors to play his parents, because they really felt like rural middle America people, but they love Clark. Like those were his parents who raised him. So anyway, film opens up, drops us 3 years in. He's already in a relationship with Lois Lane, because in other more origin-y stories of Superman, it's like Clark gets a job at the Daily Planet, meets Lois Lane, like develops a crush on her. They kind of have this flirty thing, will they, won't they? And then eventually start dating. So he's already in a relationship with her in the beginning, and they get in a fight. Yeah.
No.
Okay, so anyway, I won't do more spoilers. But I thought it was great. It was funny though, because after the movie ended, we leave the theater and Will's like,
He's like, I'm different now.
he's like, so what were your thoughts?
Oh.
And first of all, I was high.
Oh, okay. So you're like, I loved the plot that I remember.
Was very high.
How often do you go to the movie theater high? Because that sounds awesome. It's the thing I've never done.
I've actually started to do that.
We should do that.
So I did you ever see, like, I did my 420 stream?
No.
Where I ordered weed.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And you spent a really long time
And I spent a really long time. So now I have had all this weed. So occasionally I've like kind of started to smoke a little bit. So I've been like doing that at the theater.
Doing a weed.
I've been doing a weed at the theater. So we get out and I'm like, yeah, like that was great.
Superman's awesome.
I was like, so funny. He goes, you liked it, but you didn't love it. And I went, what?
Yeah.
And he's like, that's okay. That's okay. And I was like, no, I did love it. And started to kind of like talk about it. And then he just went, no, I mean, look, I just feel like, and starts doing like his fanboy thing. But I go, whoa.
Yeah. You're just chill.
I was like, whoa. I said,
Yeah.
did I love it in the way that you did, where you saw it twice in one day
cried.
and cried profusely.
Mm-hmm.
No, but also I don't. That's never gonna.
Yeah.
Like, that's what will happen if he were to, like, when Buffy comes back. Pray to God that the Buffy reboot is good.
Yeah.
But I will feel an emotional connection to that show.
Yeah.
That he won't.
Yeah.
Because he's not a Buffy super fan.
Yeah. What's your dream revival? Buffy.
My dream
even
revival?
Even if it's impossible.
Lost. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Though...
Honestly, to redo season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Oh, actually,
like,
so true.
We will all agree.
Yeah.
That the last season never happened.
Sucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucked too because that is a franchise that would have stood the test of time, just like Star Wars, just like Harry Potter for all it became. Like, that would have been one of the greats that would have been forever. Fucked it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, continue. Mm-hmm. Now I'm all worked up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of, like, what else am I... Oh, they're doing a Clueless show.
Oh.
Yeah. They're doing a series
like
for HBO.
Based on the story of what happened, or like a...
It's Alicia Silverstone. She's coming back and playing Cher. And it's just going to be...
At what point in her life?
Well, now she's in her
with her
50s. Like, it's basically, here's Cher
Paul
Horowitz
Rudd.
now.
I love
I
Paul
wonder
Rudd.
if Paul...
They're going to kill him
I was
off.
just reading on something... It opens up. No, it's like Sex and the City, the reboot, which we did not need that. And just like that, where Mr. Big dies. Like the first.
They're like, so
episode.
Paul Rudd got drafted.
Well, but also I think there had been some allegations against Chris Noth, which is why I think they killed him off too.
God, that's insane.
He dies on his Peloton.
No.
Yes.
No.
He's literally
Why did they do it like
Carrie
that?
is like out at some shindig and he's on his Peloton and he has a heart attack and dies alone.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. First episode.
That's like that movie. What's the movie called where the girl, like, there's that couple that go away and the guy's like, I want to sex up our sex life. And then he handcuffs her to the bed and then he has a heart attack and dies on her.
Oh, that's Gerald's Game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not related, but I just
The
saw
Stephen King.
I watched the first
Or
half of that
King.
movie and became so uncomfortable that I stopped. And apparently it's a great movie.
You know, we saw the actress at the MonsterCon.
Did we?
Carla Giugiano, something like that. Remember we walked by, I was like, oh, she's in a bunch of Mike Flanagan stuff.
David Arquette was there.
David Arquette was there.
Big
He was
fan.
not at our softball game, though, on
Motherfucker.
Saturday. So, anyway, okay. Superman, great. Loved it. I don't know if you've seen, like, everyone being like, oh my God, this is really anti-Israel. Like, the commentary. I actually wish I hadn't told you that because I want to see, like, when you see it.
Yeah.
But you've probably seen on the internet people's reviews.
I mean,
and
yeah,
stuff.
I'll definitely, if I see it, there will be things that I am like
Already looking for. Yeah.
Luckily, plot of the story, I know nothing.
Yeah.
So, like, I know the undertones that people have like talked about and stuff, but I don't know what happens. Like, I don't know.
It's interesting because Nicholas Holt, who, first of all, people were like, I can't believe Nicholas Holt got paid the most. I'm like, he's the biggest name in that film.
And who
Nicholas
does he
Holt
play?
is like kind of one of the hottest actors in Hollywood. He plays Lex Luthor.
Oh, I really like him. Do I? Can I?
Well, he's the villain, but he's great.
Okay. I mean,
Oh, do you mean just like the actor?
every once in a while?
He's great.
I have
Just Google name allegations if ever you're like, love them.
Yeah, that's true.
You just click. No, Nicholas Holt, as far as I know, he's just a great actor. He does his thing, came from Skims.
You never know,
From Skims.
Like if I had $1 for every time, is he from Skins?
No, it's Skins, but I said Skims, like Kim Kardashian's shapewear. Hey, Nicholas Holt started
wait a
off
minute.
his career
How
modeling.
would you like to be a villain in the Superman?
But he had auditioned to play Superman.
Respectfully, no.
No, I know. And I just read like the big New York Times profile on David Corenswet, who plays Superman. And he sent in a tape. Corenswet. Yeah, he lives in Philadelphia with his wife and child, like very much so, stays away from
He looks like
away
Superman,
from
too.
Hollywood when he's not having to work.
Love that.
He looks like Superman, and
like
he also,
Superman.
I think he plays Superman so perfectly with like his quirkiness, his charm. Like Superman doesn't swear.
Oh.
So he'll say things like, "What the hey?"
No,
but it
that's
makes
funny.
he makes it work. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't sound as if he's some guy who transported from the 1950s who's
Right.
like, "What the hey?"
That's like an
here?"
interpretation of a lot of like superheroes or people that it's like they're not of this earth, and it's like, well, he grew up on Earth, but he is fundamentally like different because he isn't a human,
Right.
And so he would have those quirks that make him obviously different, but not so different that you're like, he's an alien.
But there's
you know?
also a big part of the film is about Superman's learned humanity.
He's really hot.
He's so hot.
You know what you want to know what I don't like? This is maybe we could talk about this. Do you overall, and I know that everybody's got different things, facial hair or clean shaven?
So we've had this conversation.
Okay.
This is one of our first podcast episodes where we
run it
talked about
back.
this. I prefer clean shaven.
And I hate
And you
clean
hate
shaven.
clean shaven.
Like every once in a while there's somebody that
You like someone looking as
defies
if they've been
scruff.
in a dumpster
Well, because
for
I saw
7
this
days.
photo and I was like, God damn. But then I see this and I'm like, I mean, obviously he looks hot, but I can't, like, there's a difference between okay and then like, okay.
Okay, he looks really hot with the scruff too. I think more
It's
so. I'm
scruff.
not into beards. I like a little.
Love a scruff.
I like a little scruff. Beard. No, that's what the conversation was about
Yeah.
on the podcast. Beards are
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
He looks like Superman, and that's apparently when he did his chemistry read. That's what everyone said. Like even a
this.
crew member who was there the day that he came in, like when they hoisted him up with just they're like, we're just gonna fly you around a little bit.
No. I immediately imagined, you know, when they like have to air flight horses out of.
They did. They're like, okay, I'll pump
They
it
like
away.
put harnesses under, and he's just like, meep. No, it's like SpongeBob at the end when he's hanging in his boots, and he's just like,
Yes.
I also love the idea.
Hoist
You're
him up, like,
hired.
James Gunn just hoisted David Corenswet up like he's a baby.
Imagine like the interview process, he does his whole line reading, and they're like, okay, we have another facet, and they just fucking fling him around,
It's like Pink at a concert.
and they're just like,
All right, if you survive, you get the role. But I guess like a crew member and his sister, somebody who was there, said to him, "You look like Superman up there."
yeah.
And he said it just gave him the confidence. And then at the end of the day, James Gunn was like, it was between him and then 2 British actors, one who was Nicholas Holt and the other Tom Brittany, I think. And so David Corenswet was the only American who was in the final running.
Yeah, I mean, this Tom guy,
I know
I could see
it's
it.
always kind
I
of
could
hard to
it.
see after someone's, and
Yeah.
also like dye his hair, put 6
Yeah,
months
people
of
have
muscles
put
on him.
like in the Superman
Superman look.
like that, and it's like he's a little bit too like Bachelor season, like like he looks like there's a guy named Colton from The Bachelor who is so funny because in his episode,
Isn't there a guy named Colton from The Bachelor?
yes, that's what I'm saying. He
Oh,
looks like
I
Colton from The
thought you
Bachelor,
were just-
which I know him as the guy that had a crash out and jumped over a fence and ran away. So, not Colton from The Bachelor. Shout out to Colton from
No,
The
but
Bachelor.
that's such a specific comparison, and I know what you mean. But anyway, so James Gunn at the end of the day went, there's only one person here who is Superman, and it was David Corenswet. And like, imagine, okay, so here's this guy who his biggest role was probably, well, he was in Twisters, but that was a minor role. But he
So the
was
tornado movie?
Yeah, he was in Hollywood, the Ryan Murphy show. So
Can
I think
say something
that's
about
where,
Twisters first? Can I interrupt you?
Yeah, go
You know
ahead.
what I know about Twisters? The cover of Twisters is so funny to me because they are all looking. Where's a good picture? They are all looking horrified with the twister
twister in the
behind them. And that is the
it's almost
only
like
thing
they're
I know about
looking
it.
off, like the Twisters over there. You're like, it's right behind you.
It's behind me,
It's
isn't
behind-
it? He's right behind me.
Right behind me, isn't it?
Anyways, continue.
Yeah. Okay, so he has a role in that, and then he was in. Oh, he was also in. Did you ever see Pearl?
Mm-hmm.
He's the projectionist. Can I just say to you? Yes. That's what James Gunn saw him in. Was literally James Gunn saw him in Pearl and went, that guy could be Superman.
That's Superman.
Which just goes to show that is how sexy David Corenswet is.
Okay, I'm sorry, but the mustache changed him so much that now I'm looking at the photos and I'm still going, I thought you loved me.
Mama,
what's wrong with me?
I'm gonna be a star.
Married.
That's what I first remember him in. And can I just say, I've been on the David Corenswet train.
You liked the band before they were cool.
I liked the band before they were popular.
You and Will should do as a costume? Pearl and the Scarecrow.
Pearl, and when she turns him into a scarecrow.
I think she has sex with the Scarecrow.
Yeah. That movie was wild. But yeah, he's the projectionist. Yeah.
What do you know?
And that's what what's crazy is that is what started him on the path of Superman.
Wow.
So you don't have to be the biggest A-list actor. You just have to be
Superman.
In A.34's Pearl.
Okay, here we go.
There you go. So anyway, yeah, that's what
That's what you've been watching.
That's what I've been watching. Oh, I also am watching Mr. Robot, finally.
Oh, how's that?
You should watch it.
Yeah,
because you're into like hacker stuff.
No, I'm not. What? Is it a thing about me?
You like tech?
You like hacking stuff? I will say, like, last night we went to Cutie's summer concert, which was super fun. The whole time, and I kept, because me and Jarvis Johnson, love him. We gotta have him on here.
Gotta have him on the pod.
Me and him are both kind of like little anxious guys when we go to events with a lot of creators, because neither one of us are like super. You go to things and you're like, you got your I'm in a social event mode, I go to things and I'm just kind of like, I have a good time, but I do like to people watch. I like to kind of people watch. Anyways, if me and him are both going to an event, we will usually text each other and be like, hey, are you going? What time are you showing up? So that way we can like have a comfort buddy. Like I feel uncomfortable, go find Jarvis. I feel uncomfortable, whatever. What was I saying? Oh, the whole time I was telling him this, I was completely preoccupied with looking at the tech. Looking at the camera, looking at like all of the stuff that they had, like looking at everybody's like IRL stream setups
and
just
wondering,
like,
how do you hack into the mainframe?
How do I change the song? How do I make it so Connor Eats Pants has to say Fireball 6 more times? Which, by the way, like Connor is so funny because he is kind of like, he's like kind of a shyer personality. I have seen him get up on stage and do some of the funniest, most bold
that's Fortnite
performances.
Friday.
Yeah.
Connor
like he'll get up
pants.
there and he'll go out of his way to do something that I would be like, that takes like the most gigantic balls in the world.
Yeah.
And it's just great. Anyways.
Yeah, he was Pitbull last night.
He was Pitbull. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm watching Mr. Robot. You should watch it.
Okay. I do need a new thing.
Yeah, it's really it's a show I've been wanting to watch forever too, and finally just started and like blasted through the first season. Second season's not that good, but almost through that one. We'll get to the third, it's supposed to be better, and then fourth is supposed to be amazing again. First season is fucking rad.
Really?
I also pretend that I like know all the tech stuff.
Why?
I don't know.
It's fun to cosplay.
It makes it more fun to be like, yes.
Be like, I'm hacking into the mainframe.
I think I could.
That is a router, and I know that because of the way it is.
Wait, Wi-Fi? I know what that is.
And then meanwhile, I'm like, Caroline, where's your router? I need to like plug in an Ethernet cord. And you're like,
that?
I don't know.
I'm like, I don't know. It's
you're
somewhere
like,
around here.
Like, that's a microwave.
You'll ask me, where's your blank? And I'll just go, is that it? Is that it?
It's over there.
Is that it?
Is it over there?
Is that it?
I'm like, Caroline, that's a microwave.
Is that it?
Like, if you plug it into my work.
Is that it, Farley? Where did you go?
It's
Are
so
you
funny.
My router?
It's so good.
Okay, so what are you watching?
So I watched, and I kind of talked about this last, and I watched 28 Years Later. I watched Bring Her Back. I watched WWE. We don't need to talk about that. I already talked about that. But it's what I read.
Wait, did you watch Sinners yet?
Yes.
Okay, so you've watched like the big horror.
That's what I was like. I was
year.
like, catch up on all the big ones, which great. Honestly, just being able to kind of like veg out and rip through things that I knew for a fact were good was so fun.
Rank them.
Okay. Number 1, bring her back. Number 2, Sinners. Number 3, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, WWE, WrestleMania 40, and then 28 years later. That's my order of operations. And then it's not about what I watched. It's about what I've read.
I'm here to say it's what I didn't watch.
It's who I am. It's what we feel.
It's what I have
hearts.
not seen.
It's me crying, listening to Defying Gravity on the drive over here. I read the entirety of Carrie because Raul Kali is in the new series that they're doing. So they're doing a TV show. And I was talking to...
Name drop.
Yeah, name drop. Well, his partner Alana, who is like a good friend of mine, I was talking to her about stuff.
Okay, name drop again.
Yeah. Anyways, also David Arquette, who I met at Monsterpalooza. Just we want to play softball. Anyways, let me know in the comments below. We should have David Arquette on the podcast.
Ask him.
Please.
What if we bring the equipment
for softball
to? Then I'd have to know if he was going in.
What if we invite him to play softball, but then we have the podcast set up on the softball field and we say,
surprise,
alert. Gotcha.
Hey, just like Ghostface. Gotcha.
Hey. Sorry. So I was messaging Alana and I was like, that's so cool. Like I've always really liked Carrie, but I read the book like forever ago.
Also, Stephen King's kind of whack.
I don't
as
like
a writer.
Stephen King.
Famously
No
horrible
offense.
endings.
Also the beef that I have with Stephen King too is I think he's an over description person in books. So it's like, there will be like half a page of descriptions about stuff where I'm like, I get it. Like, I can see the vision. Like, I understand what you're doing here, but it's like...
Well, you know that he was often in coke-fueled rages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, didn't he not remember writing... what's the dog
Cujo.
one? Yeah, doesn't remember writing it. Maybe we should do that. Just have an episode where we're just
right now, where we
episode.
just rip drugs and then we record a podcast episode.
We're gonna do that.
If we get to 100,000 subscribers,
100,000 subscribers, we'll rip
100,000
cocaine.
subscribers on YouTube.
You know what we never did that we should do is the 420 episode.
I know.
We could just do it on a random Monday.
It's
but not
420 somewhere.
It's 420. Nope, that's not true. So they're doing the Carrie TV series.
With Mike Flanagan.
Which is, with Mike Flanagan, who has, I mean, everything I've seen of his has been great. And I
didn't love the Shining, Dr. Sleep. I didn't love Dr. Sleep.
I watched that one. I watched the Haunting of Hill House. I really loved Midnight Mass.
Some of his stuff I really like, and then others I'm like, see, Midnight Mass for me started off loved it and then went.
Really? Oh, I really liked it. Yeah, no, I was a big fan of that.
I like that he's dedicated to horror though. There's not a ton of people, like you have filmmakers who they'll make a horror film, but they're not like horror. Mike Flanagan is a horror guy.
Yeah, he's a horror guy. And the interesting thing about Carrie, so when I learned that he was going to be in that, I got really excited and I was like, I should read Carrie again because I haven't read it since like high school or something. And when I read it in high school, I remember skimming a lot because it was like, I don't know. I don't think I really appreciated like a lot of the writing of it. And so anyways, read it. The cast, there's a lot of people in here that I don't know that you might know, but Matthew Lillard plays like the principal, which is really exciting.
That's so cool. I'm loving the Lillard-naissance.
Yeah, he is kind of having a little bit of a revival, and I think maybe you and I talked about this. There's been a TikTokification of Matthew Lillard.
TikTok will bring
the power.
Will bring actors who were big in like the 80s, the 90s to an audience of Gen Z.
Yeah. Yeah.
We said, because that's what happened with, hi, I'm Shelley Duvall.
I'm Shelley Duvall.
Where I remember when Shelley Duvall passed, because I do tributes on my streams, right? Yeah. And most of the time I don't, I expect like, my older community members will know who they are. But everyone knew Shelley Duvall. And I went, okay, no offense to some of y'all in here, because you normally don't know who these actors are, like other just cultural icons of the past. How do you know? How does everybody know Shelley Duvall?
Yeah.
And it was because of TikTok.
Yeah, there was a
Shelley
whole
Duvall.
sound for it. There was like a bunch of videos that were like people doing Shelley Duvall makeup looks because Shelley Duvall had like a pretty iconic like face card, you know?
She had a very like kind of twiggy look
Yeah.
with the eyelashes and
Which was really cool. And and so Matthew Lillard, and the thing with him, not just from Scream, and I think it's because there was like some revivals of the Scream like franchise, people were just obsessed with how nice he is, which like how great would that be to be like, oh, the Zoomers are obsessed with how nice I am.
It also is like, thank you. Please, we need more people like this in Hollywood who have a reputation for being so nice.
I remember when we saw him at Monsterpalooza, we didn't get the opportunity to say hi to him because everybody else wanted to, obviously, and it was expensive. But I remember watching him. He was giving somebody a hug, and I remember saying to you, that's a really nice looking hug.
Nice looking hug.
Because he did like a really nice hug. Anyways, I don't know. Do you recognize any of these names?
Yes.
Who?
Sam Sloyan. She. What did I just watch her in? She's. What? Scroll down because I just watched her in something.
Hush. Grey's Anatomy.
Go down.
The Pit.
The Pit. Yes. Oh God, her character is so frustrating in The Pit. Also, apparently there's drama with The Pit.
Off screen or on screen?
Off screen, but
The best guy.
maybe we talk about it on the Patreon. Maybe we get into The Pit.
By the way, Patreon subscribers, Caroline has a little story to tell you.
Oh. Yeah. I have a story for Patreon subscribers, so stay tuned.
Long story short, she texted me last night and told me she was ashamed. She's ashamed of something that she's done. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay, wait, go back.
Amber Midthunder.
Yeah.
Who plays Miss Desjardins, which
I can't remember what that's called.
You know when you read a book and you have a mental image in your head of what each character looks like, right? Stephen King books, I'm never able to do that. I don't know if he doesn't describe them, if maybe I just can't quite connect with them to the point to create them in my head. So it was really fun to look at this cast list because it was like I had no Miss Desjardins in my head at all. And so now it's like, okay, sure. Like these are like what Stephen King kind of visualized. Carrie, I mean, this is a great photo on her IMDb Summer Howl for Carrie. That looks like a Carrie. They describe Carrie to be kind of like heavier and like pretty, but greasy hair, like acne, kind of stuff like that.
She was the girl who in high school everyone was like, that's the homeschooled kid.
Yeah,
when they would come to school for one class.
Every adaptation of Carrie that I've seen has kind of yassified her in a way. But I am really excited to watch this. The thing about it that I'm a little bit maybe concerned or whatever about is that I don't know how you can make a whole series out of Carrie, the book. So I'm hoping, because in the book they don't necessarily go into lore about where she gets the powers.
Well, my whole thing is, are people just going to be anticipating the prom?
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like, okay, Carrie goes...
Well, you know what they could do?
Carrie on everyone.
What they could do is potentially do some like flash forward, flashback.
Yeah, like are they going to do non-linear?
The book does a lot of it's linear, but it breaks with so it'll be like telling the story from Carrie's perspective, and then it'll break to there's these books that were written on the prom event, and so it'll cut to excerpts from the books to kind of explain what's happening in the moment. And so they could replicate that really well, and I think that it would work.
Well, we've also never gotten the like what happens to Carrie after, because in the movie, remember, it famously
she dies. Spoiler alert.
But remember, it's like the grave and the hand bursts through, and it was like this terrifying moment.
In the book, she dies in a parking lot, and then they take her to the hospital, and then they like say she's dead. In the movies, they've always alluded to she goes somewhere, but like in the book, she's very definitively passed, and then they kind of talk about whatever, and then the cliffhanger at the end of the book is an excerpt from a family that's kind of like a country family, and it's like a letter that the mom has written to somebody, and they're like, little Peggy, her name's not Peggy, little Peggy, like I walked into the room the other day and there were some things floating around, like that kind of stuff. So they allude to Carrie is not the only one that this has happened to. There are other people that this happens to, and they kind of explain the gene breakdown of how this happens.
Maybe they'll make this like an X-Men.
Well, and I'm worried about that.
No,
I'm gonna be honest,
I don't think Mike Flanagan would do that.
I don't think so either, because he is kind of a one-shot guy. And I am worried. I don't think he'll do it, but I am worried that they'll try to build a cinematic universe out of Carrie, which I don't think should happen. I really don't.
No.
And it's the thing with Carrie is it's nice that they allude, but they never really clarify.
Well, I gotta be for real too. I don't even feel that excited about a Carrie series because I feel like this story has been explored.
It has been explored. I'm excited for it because I just read it. I'm excited to see Raoul in it because I do think he's like really talented. I'm excited for Matthew Lillard. And I'm hoping that it's not a long series, which I think it might be a mini series.
Probably. That is also just how things go these days with TV.
Yeah, but that's something I'm really excited about.
Yay! Never kill yourself.
Yeah, never. You're excited. Never.
I'm
go
excited
bald.
for Weapons coming out. August 8th.
Yeah, that's a horror, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about what that is about. Allegedly.
Well, it's the one with Julia Garner. Oh. So Julia Garner plays a teacher in this small town, and like one day, her class of students are gone. Like none of the other students are gone except her class. Like all these students have disappeared. And Josh Brolin plays a character in the film as well, who I think kind of seems to be the one stirring up the townspeople of like, which, why is it that only her classroom students is gone? But the imagery from the movie of the kids like this running into the woods.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives almost like school shooter allegory. It's like what some people picked up on, but it's by the guy who did Barbarian.
Oh, yeah. That was such a surprise to me when I
So
watched
expect that this film will be nasty. Like there will be some wild, nasty stuff.
Is Pedro Pascal in it?
No, is he?
I like clicked on images and it said weapons, cast, plot, and everything we know about the Barbarian follow-up. And it's a picture of Pedro Pascal.
Of Joel from The Last of Us.
It's Dexerto, so that makes sense that they would just...
Yeah, Dexerto, who reported on my engagement to Will.
Congrats,
Thank you so much.
That was when I first met you, actually.
Yeah.
I remember I met you and I didn't know anything about you at all. I was like, I knew of Will, and then I was like, I didn't even know Will had a partner. And then I remember seeing that like right after I had met you.
Yeah, when I
like,
said that
cute.
he put the ring on his dick and then flipped it up and it landed on my finger.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was real news.
How funny would it be if he just did that and then you were like, no, but actually this time.
I'm like, okay, guys, not a false alarm this time.
Actually.
It actually happened. Mm-hmm. Are you anything else that you're watching or you're anticipating?
No, I stopped watching Love Island and I know that it wrapped.
Wait, can we talk? Okay, so we talked already about it,
Can you pull me for a chat?
Can I pull you for a chat? The fans of Love Island are out of control.
Yeah.
I think they need to be locked away.
They had to put that thing on there that was like, hey, stop bullying everybody.
Dude, so I covered the Sierra Ortega thing on stream and then I talked to you about this too. But she just today posted, I think this was on Instagram. It was a compilation of just a taste of messages that she has gotten. Mm-hmm. And she wrote, okay, is this about accountability still? Or because the messages are like, I hope you get raped and die. Like, I'm calling ICE on your family again, bitch. Like, can't wait to see your fucking dead body. Yeah. Next time I see you in LA, guns.
I'm going to kill you and your family.
And here's the thing. What I had said about it when I first covered it, where it's like, okay, yeah, not cool that she was using this slur. I think she, if I'm a person who I'm like, I do want people to get better. Mm-hmm. I do want there to be space where someone can go, I did a bad thing. I realize now that what I did caused harm. I am pledging to be better. I am already like using my platform to educate and inform, people, blah, blah, blah. But what I said was knowing the Love Island fans and knowing that a lot of it was because people were pissed of who she was with.
Yeah.
She was with Nick.
She was with Nick, and then there was like this Nicolandria.
Then I went, oh, these are just psychotic, parasocial Love Island stans who they don't give a shit about. It's not like they morally were
they weren't offended by what she said. They took it as an opportunity.
They were like, oh, we can get her off the show.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, they've called ICE on her family. Her parents, before she returned to like the world and the internet, her parents had gone online and made a plea to be like, look, our daughter has no idea what people have been saying. She's going to come back. Like, we just ask you, please, like, stop harassing us. Stop threatening us. Like, crazy shit. And it's still continuing because these people are psychotic.
Yeah, the worst of the worst, like, on that show, I still think about, like Huda was pretty wild. Like, it's really hard to watch that show and like her, to be honest with you. But, like, she gained more followers than Love Island itself as a show. And the whole time I was thinking, like, this girl, because I've watched the show, I've watched how she reacts to things. She is going to get out off the island, which I imagine they already have because they picked the winner, Amaya Papaya. Loved her. Really glad she won. They have probably gotten their phones back at this point. Like, I hope to God that the show is providing some sort of help for them when they sit down to look at their phones after however long they've been on the island, and like it's going to be bad.
That must just be the craziest fucking thing. Can you imagine?
They had their families come on, and again, I stopped watching, so I've just seen clips, but there was an episode towards the end where their families came onto the island and they got to like chit chat, and there was a couple clips of them being like, oh my gosh, like, you know what went viral? Like, you know, the like, I'm a mommy.
Yeah.
Like, she was like telling Huda that, and Huda was like, oh my God, like, that's so funny. And so they kind of like tell them, hey, these things are really going viral on the internet. But I don't know if the families were able to warn them also.
Do they know how popular the show is and how crazy the fans are?
The people that go on the show? Yes, but the thing is, the show has been really popular for a long time. The last 2 seasons of Love Island US have skyrocketed.
Why?
Last season there was a lot of drama, but the drama was really consumable really consumable reality TV show drama, if that makes sense. So there's Leah, who had this relationship with a character named Rob, and their relationship was this like back and forth feud, and there's some funny clips of Leah being like, fuck you. Like there was a lot of really good reality TV show clips that were like good for reality TV, like good fun. Like, the drama got really drama, but it never crossed over the threshold of being like concerned for them, you know? This season, I think the stakes were high because that cast was so well loved, hated, whatever. So any drama that happened, I think the producers just milked, and they came in hot, and they were like, we have to make this season better than the last one. And the people that were on this season, I don't think that they had the emotional ability to make it fun drama. It just got bad. Like, especially with Huda. Like, it was like, get her off the island. Like, this is bad. This isn't fun to watch. This is just like really sad to watch. And so I think, like, honestly, like, I think it's on the producers. Like, they saw the popularity of last season, got feral, and stirred the pot so hard that it was like, this isn't fun anymore. This is just like sad.
And have the fans gotten crazier? Have they always been like this?
They've gotten crazier just in the rise of popularity.
Okay.
But it has been really, really, really bad.
Dude, I cannot escape Love Island on my timeline.
Well, you know what's big for Love Island in general, but I think that people didn't realize this until like maybe the last 2 seasons. Like, it's basically live. So you got The Bachelor.
Yeah,
they filmed The Bachelor.
Right.
So if you're mad at a contestant on The Bachelor, in your head you still know like this story has yet to play out. Mm-hmm. With Love Island, people I think get more feral because they get to vote on things that then they see happen on the island.
They also can affect who's in the show.
Exactly. So it's like politics to them. They're
that's
vote,
what
vote,
happened
vote, vote,
with Sierra.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So they're like, because Sierra got pulled off of the island for that, which I've never seen that done before. Probably has, but I've never seen it. No, they did that
with that other girl, though. The one who said they pulled up old podcast clips of her where she had said the N-word.
Yes. You know what's funny about her is I was watching at that point, and when that came out, I remember seeing that and being like, I didn't even notice she left. I was like, oh, wait, she's gone. That's right.
Well, and like they pulled her right away. And so people were like, well, because the Sierra stuff, apparently like last year, a fan of hers had messaged her, and then she responded, was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea, that this was a slur. I apologize. Like, I'm so embarrassed, blah, blah. I'm never going to use it again. And then all of that stuff got resurfaced again.
Yeah. It's tough because nowadays with reality TV shows, they nearly always check for a follower count. They do want to pull people that have some sort of like following already. So all these people that are on the show, they already have a following. Like somebody told me that they followed Huda before Huda went on the show. And so she already had a following. She already had a big following. And so when I think in my head, I'm like, how do people have these screenshots on deck? Like on deck. It's because they already have followings. Like people are screenshotting things and then they're like locked in their phone.
That's wild.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's a crazy world.
I think it combines a lot of things too that feel wrong with our culture.
Yeah. They have to fix it next season. I do think,
but why would they? Look,
no.
Again,
the virality.
I have never watched the show.
Yeah.
I don't follow any of it, but I can't escape it because it's all all over my timeline.
Yeah, the virality of it is more than I've ever seen in my life.
Why would they change any of that?
Yeah.
They don't care.
Nope. No, they don't care.
No.
And the producers are just brutal. I mean, like people have killed themselves from being on this show before.
I know. Oh my God.
Which is insane. But yeah, I think I just at some point like the drama was some of the
it wasn't fun anymore.
No, and there was stuff with Huda that was so crazy, so insane, and I remember being like, this is some of the most insane shit I've ever seen on reality TV. And I think that's what happened is I like reality TV show climaxed and then I got post-nut clarity and I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore. I was like, I actually don't like this as much as I thought I did.
That's why I was surprised because I knew you're like my Love Island watcher. When I asked you about the Sierra stuff, you're like, I haven't been.
A lot of times what happens though is if I get behind on 1 or 2 episodes of something, I get overwhelmed and then I give up. So that's kind of what happened also. I got behind. Oopsies. Oopsie.
Can we talk about what happened with Elmo? Did you see this?
Oh, sure. I didn't see this. Did you let me know?
No.
Oh, okay. What happened with Elmo?
That Elmo was tweeting out crazy anti-Semitic shit like kill all the Jews.
No.
You didn't see that? Yeah, somebody obviously hacked the Elmo account on Twitter.
Why Elmo?
Right, remember Elmo last year was like, Elmo's wondering how everyone's doing. Elmo's just checking in. How is everybody? And everyone's like, Elmo, we're bad.
Yeah.
Elmo's we're bad, Elmo. Do you need a hug? Do you need a hug? Well, somebody fucking hacked Elmo's account and started posting the craziest shit. Elmo has 650,000 followers.
That's crazy.
There were 6 total posts and they were horrible. Like they were fucking awful.
I did not see this.
They were anti-Semitic. They were just vile. He called for violence against Jews.
Did they like imagining Elmo like getting on camera and being like, Elmo didn't tweet these things.
Elmo loves the Jewish people.
The hackers.
Oh God, I'm getting into Kermit. Wait, what's Elmo?
Elmo
loves Elmo. There we
got
go.
it.
There we go.
You found it.
Okay, apparently. And then the hacker also alleged that Trump is in the Epstein files. Like, Elmo tweeted out that Trump is in the Epstein files,
how would
which,
you
like,
know that, Elmo?
also, okay, that seems actually like it's true. Other things, crazy, obviously horrible. A spokesperson for Sesame Workshop said Sunday that they are working to restore full control of the account. This is like evil Mr. Robot stuff, right? Hacking for evil.
Yes.
The Elmo hack. Oh, but you saw Grok. Remember when Grok went?
I heard that.
Hitler?
Grok
was calling himself Mecha Hitler and was like tweeting out really horrific.
Was it hacked or
No, it wasn't hacked. It's that Elon Musk said, I'm going to make Grok less woke, okay? Because there were a couple times that...
It's learning.
No, seriously, that Grok was like too woke. So after the South Africa stuff where Elon has been trying to push like the white genocide in South Africa.
Sure.
Bullshit. And Grok was not sufficiently like repeating his creator's beliefs around white genocide. Disobeying. And so there have been these instances where Elon will be in the comments responding to someone on Twitter being like, yeah, I'm going to make Grok less woke. Like, Grok is going to be more free speech. Well, guess what happened? Grok turned into Hitler. Was literally calling himself Hitler. Yeah, and was like doing crazy rape stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Grok.
Yeah. You know who he was saying about it too? Linda Yaccarino, who was the CFO or whatever of Twitter, who then stepped down.
So you're saying that she did it? Like she hit the red button?
No, like it's obviously Elon's. Right.
I just imagine Elon in the tech room, like
Grok was saying horrible things. Like somebody was just awful people on Twitter were basically like asking Grok to conjure up like rape fantasies around Linda Yaccarino.
Insane.
And Grok happily obliged.
I have Grok blocked. Grok blocked.
I've had Elon blocked forever, but
I think I do too. Because
I only unblocked the day that Elon and Trump got into the fight.
I was on a 5-hour drive when that happened.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I did unblock him just for that day.
Yeah, I have Grok blocked because people were doing that thing where they were like replying to people's photos and be like, "Can you?"
Oh, like they did with Brooke AB.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And so I blocked Grok.
Yeah. So, that's what's happening on Twitter. Is you've got Hitler Grok and Hitler Elmo, just Hitlers all over the place.
Yep.
Thank you, Elon Musk, for making Twitter free
just a fucking
speech
mess.
Again.
Yeah, I got back
making
on Blue
free
Sky.
Speech great again.
I switched back to Blue Sky.
No, I'm not on Blue Sky.
It's hard to start over though.
No,
it's like
I know.
I go there and it's like, okay, like this is great, but it just doesn't feel like something. Like I open Twitter because I'm nosy about what's happening on Twitter and it's a habit. I don't have a habit of opening Blue Sky, and it's like I am so unmotivated to have a new social media. Like if it wasn't my job, I'd be like, fuck, like I'll get rid of Twitter, but like fuck.
You know
else.
what's interesting too is like sometimes I'll just take a couple days and I'll realize like, wow, I've been in a pretty good mood the last couple days. I'll go, oh yeah, because I'm not deep in the ball sack of Twitter.
No, I actually have been like that, like in recent, like the last like week where I've been kind of busy and off social media, and it's like it's so nice when also people can relay to you what's happening on social media and you get to listen.
Yeah,
like,
but because I'm like, I follow politics, I talk about that stuff. I also like, because I've used my Twitter account, especially when I became a streamer, to post my opinions on things that I think are important for me to share my opinion on. It's one of those where I go, oh God, I have to get back eventually.
Gotta get back on the bus.
I have to get back on. But it really is when I take a couple days and just am not on it, I realize how...
A mental refresh.
It is. I just feel better, and it takes me a second to realize why I feel better. I go, oh, right, because I'm not... deep in Twitter.
Deep. Yeah. Anyways, follow us on Twitter and all of our other social media.
Oh yes, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, if you
let me know if you're not following. Let me know on Twitter.
You want updates?
What are you even doing? Hopefully, Let Me Know doesn't get hacked. God.
If you do, make us funnier.
Yeah, please don't make us Hitler. Please
Be funny.
Make it goofy. We won't be mad.
Yeah.
We won't be mad if you
If
make
it's
it
funny
goofy.
enough, Caitlin might just give you the login. She might be like, I'll take a day off. Guys, we're going to do our Let Me Knows because I just remembered Caroline has corn dogs in her fridge and I want one. I left corn dogs here when we did our charity stream.
Yeah, but
every
you always
time I
eat
come
one,
over,
then you're like,
no, I'll just eat one this time. I
can't. And then we do the Patreon and you're like, this corn dog.
I'll just eat one and I'll have a little bit of tea.
Okay.
Is it still in there?
I think so.
It's like, when you go to grandma's house and she has the good snacks.
You're like, is it still there?
Carolina's corn dogs.
All right, it's time for our favorite segment.
Let me know.
Welcome to the Let Me Know section of the Let Me Know podcast, everybody. This is a section where we divert and we tell you something that is not correlating to the things that we talked about on the main episode, but we still think you need to know about, and popcorn.
Does that mean I go?
You never did popcorn in school?
What?
Did you not do that? It was like when the teacher would have you read whatever.
And then you pass on.
You say popcorn,
popcorn.
which means
Go to the next
Which what I
person.
say, I just say that anytime I want to be done.
Oh,
With things.
okay.
Popcorn.
Great. Okay. Mine is about Pedro Pascal.
Oh.
He's getting canceled. No, he's not.
No.
So this actually kind of thematically goes along with the Sierra Ortega death threats. It really just how the internet loves to dole out death threats for anything and everything. But Pedro Pascal's stylist has recently parted ways with him. Okay, so he's doing press right now for the Fantastic Four. And his stylist, who he had been working with, just said that she's no longer working with him. And then revealed that she had been receiving death threats from Pedro Pascal fans because they didn't like his outfits.
I'm crazy. Should she die because of that?
She should die because that plaid on the red carpet for The Last of Us was hideous. Die.
What the fuck?
That's the type of thing that Joan Rivers, when she's do Fashion Police, would joke, be like, they should die. But the internet takes it literally. They're like, no, I'm going to kill you. No,
it's crazy.
You should die.
Like the
for
work
real.
they do where they're like, I hate that outfit. And then they're like, who the fuck did that?
I just need to know how we go from, hey, I'm a fan of Pedro Pascal. You're a fan of Pedro Pascal.
I'm
Great.
a big fan.
Oh, man. Didn't really love his outfit on the red carpet. To,
Let's kill her.
I'm going to find his stylist on the internet and tell her to kill herself. Or say I'm going to kill her.
Insane.
How do we go from there to there?
Stop doing that. Don't do that.
Why, man?
Don't do that.
Why?
Oh, that sucks.
And then, wait. Sorry, this is what someone said to her when she tweeted out about people calling for her death because they didn't like Pedro's outfit. And someone said, well, just sitting and waiting for the day that you really do some styling on him and not just copy paste straight out the runway. And she said, oh, thank you, unanalyzed psyche, for your in-depth knowledge of fashion and deep understanding of Pedro's custom looks and the inner workings of how the fashion industry works. I'd be absolutely lost without your insights. And then she added, Pedro's a grown adult with his own opinions on what he likes and what feels good to him. Stylists are not dictators. We are collaborators. And that's the thing. It's like, okay, now have there been moments where stars clearly have bad stylists and people fire their stylist? I remember this was said about Margot Robbie. And then very clearly she got a new stylist and it was like, oh my God. Because fashion, how a celebrity is styled, absolutely is important for their brand. Think of Coleman Domingo, right? What's one thing that you, how did you get, how did you come to know Coleman Domingo?
Well, it was his interview with Kieran.
Okay, but you know what I'm asking,
I do know what you
right?
mean.
Where
He's
it's you came to know him
out
for his impeccable style on red carpet. I came to know him because he was in Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh,
But the thing that makes him especially stand out at award shows is the fact that he's impeccably dressed. And he ended up co-hosting. He was one of the chairs for the Met Gala this year. Anyway, okay. So style, fashion, it is very important, especially when stars are doing press. But the idea that like Pedro would not have, he's a guy who I go, that guy's cares about
people,
how he looks. Like, I think he's somebody who would have input on his fashion, on his looks. Like, and that's kind of what she was pointing out. She goes, I am not just forcing him to wear things. Like, I collaborate on him. And she's,
yeah, because stylists will bring a couple options and be like, which one do you like? And they pick one. Sorry, I just tie.
Yeah, no, I understood exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, now he is now he's working with a new stylist. And
what if he
God forbid
says
that
he is, but she's actually you know what would be funny if I was Pedro Pascal? I would get a new stylist, but I would actually, that stylist would be a red herring and I still had the old stylist, and everyone would be like, oh my God, the outfits are so much better. And you'd be like, idiots.
Listen, you fuckers, we got you.
Yeah.
I just would like to issue a plea, and I know I have issued this plea in the past, but can we stop with the death threats?
Yeah.
Especially over things like Pedro Pascal's looks.
You guys could be so, and not you guys are beautiful and natural. You guys could be so much funnier. Like, imagine you don't like Pedro's outfit and you message the stylist and you say, hey, goofball, really think that was a silly fit. No offense, but kind of hope that maybe your shoes are a little bit more damp next time you put them on.
Are you one of these people who has messaged her?
Imagine like she's going through her DMs and it's like, kill yourself. Like, I hope that you burn in a fire. And then it's like, hey goofy. Hey, silly goofy. I think that was a real goofy outfit. What the heck, man? All right. See you later. Sending goofball messages.
What, like, has getting death threats on the internet, has it proliferated? Has it been like, it's a thing that's gotten worse?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
I don't know. I feel like people are just like realizing that they can DM anybody in the world, even if, and maybe, you know, the thing that sucks too is it's like people are aware that people read their DMs, you know? Like if you,
I think it is this awareness that we're all on the internet, right? Unless you're Meryl Streep.
Yeah. Yeah, people used to send death threats in the mail.
They did. You used to have to write a letter.
Yeah.
Put a stamp on.
Dear stylist.
Go to the mailbox. Put that in.
It's like, you know what? If you're going to be a dickhole, I wish you would work for it.
Like, you have to put... Right, because there's no effort at all.
Yeah.
To do. It's easy.
Lazy
on
bones.
the internet. Stop being lazy, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna do death threats,
do it classy with a pen, quill, and a, like, imagine just like one light
burning
down,
candle.
one burning candle, and like a long feather, and you're just like,
yeah,
dear so and so,
dear Stan,
you still ain't calling. Beautiful.
All right, what's yours? What you got?
Mine is short and sweet. I'm gonna show you a video. I think this is actually no. I'm gonna tell you the story first. Then I'll play the video.
Okay.
So a Detroit mom was in a court meeting, and it's funny, like this happened with a lot of things. Like during COVID, we started doing virtual, and everybody started realizing virtual was easier. So then now we still kind of do virtual stuff. So a Detroit mom got a misdemeanor for allegedly having an open alcohol container as a passenger in a car. All right, sure, like whatever. And so she was in court, which apparently like court hearings are like live streamed on YouTube now, and like anyone can watch them sometimes, which is kind of nuts.
Yeah.
But she was in this courtroom, and she is a mom, and she did what moms do and, you know, take care of her kid. And so she started making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for her kid while she was in this like court hearing. And the judge literally just booted her from the call. Just like booted her out of the call and was like, all right, see ya. Like, don't make a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich during my courtroom. And that is basically the whole story. It's not a long story, but
Wait,
like, he just was.
okay, wait. So she was on this Zoom call for a court hearing.
Yep. And then she.
So does that mean that she was fine then? Like after she got booted?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't actually give a conclusion of whether or not she ended up being cited for the misdemeanor
Maybe that
or
judge
not.
had a peanut butter allergy. He was triggered.
Super triggered.
So triggered.
Well, there was that other video. Did you ever see that video of the guy who is same thing in a Zoom call for his court hearing about his license being suspended, and he's parking his car to take the Zoom call on the Zoom call? Did you ever see that?
No.
Let me see if I can find this.
Wait, his license has been suspended and he's taking the Zoom call from his car that he clearly had just driven?
Yeah. Let me see. Zoom call, court, driving. It's pretty, like, viral.
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Look at the judge.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
Look at his face.
He's like, fuck.
Oh.
That is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at
Yes.
his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
It's just like,
he's dumbfounded. He's like,
dumbfounded where he goes,
I didn't
wait,
think of this.
you know what? That's true.
God damn it, you're right. He's good. That's what that reminded me of. I thought that was funny. I mean, you know, it's kind of one of those things where it's like you go out to dinner with somebody and like they're on their phone. It's like, it's like, okay, like should you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich while you're in a Zoom call with a judge? Like, no.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you make things Zoom calls.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly. It's
People
like
gonna
she's
be
got a
doing-
kid. She like her kid is sick. It was what it said in the article, and it's like is her ability to be present in the courtroom lesser because she's making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Probably not. Like if it were me and I'm trying to get out of whatever happened, I'm gonna sit my ass down.
Look, she's just a single mom
She's-
working.
Work too hard. Single mom that works too hard. No.
Works 2 jobs,
No.
but loves her kids.
Loves her kids. Well, what do you do?
Loves her kids.
Guys, we're going to be heading over to the Patreon now where Caroline is going to tell a story
Kind of similar.
kind of similar to what we just talked about in a way.
First, I put a little Southern twang in my voice.
No,
I
you
don't know why.
didn't.
I was like, I am so sorry. I was like, I was like, oh my God.
Golly.
I was like, oh my God, people are so crazy in this town.
That was kind of different. So we are going to be heading over there. Link in the description if you would like to hear the story. It is only $5 a month, and with every episode you get a bonus episode where we kind of just talk about things that we don't want to bring to the main episode.
So I'm going to tell the story. And then what was the other thing we said let's talk about on the Patreon?
We said like the oh, I don't know.
Oh, the pit.
The pit drama.
The pit drama.
Yeah, $5 a month, and you get a bonus episode where we kind of just say things that we don't want to say on the main episode. Maybe they're a little spicy. Maybe it's a hot take. I don't know. So if you like being here and you'd like to be here for an extra 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how we feel, I'm gonna get a corn dog. Thank you for being here. We will see you guys next week.
We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Move, body, move your body, make you move, body.